Okay, think about this for a second. We spend our entire lives learning skills, right? Gathering knowledge, building up all this expertise. But what if the single most valuable asset you have isn't actually what you know, but who you know? That's the really powerful idea we're going to unpack today. Social capital.
I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, isn't it? It suggests there's a direct line, a real connection between your network and your net worth. And that kind of forces us to ask a really important question.
What does this really mean for your success? Well, it means we need to start looking beyond just the resume, beyond the bank statement, and really begin to analyze this other, much more dynamic asset we all have, our network of people.
And doing that, well, it requires a pretty fundamental shift in how we even think about building wealth. It's about moving from a focus on what we have to who we know.
Here's the crucial point. Knowledge is powerful, for sure, but access is absolutely transformative. You know, your expertise might get you in the room, but it's your network that gets you the invitation in the first place.
So how do we actually do this? Well, we have to stop thinking about networking in that old kind of transactional way. And we need to start thinking like an investor. And that means we need to start managing our social portfolio. The official term for this is social capital. As you can see, it's the value that's locked inside your network of relationships. It's not just some list of contacts on your phone. It is a living, breathing asset that you can and should actively grow.
This slide really makes the idea tangible. Think of it like this. In a financial portfolio, you have stocks and bonds for your long-term growth, right? Well, in your social portfolio, those are your mentors and advisors. Real estate gives you steady, reliable value, just like your peers and colleagues do. And cash gives you liquidity, the ability to move fast. That's exactly what strategic partners provide, that power to jump on opportunities in a heartbeat.
And just like any healthy portfolio, you need diversity. You've got mentors who guide you, colleagues you create with, strategic partners who open doors, and hey, even mentees who can give you a totally fresh perspective. Every single relationship is a unique kind of asset. And here is where it gets really exciting. Because just like with money, the true power of this portfolio isn't in simple addition. Oh no, it's in the magic of compounding.
This right here is the secret engine of social capital. A great connection doesn't just add one person to your circle, they can unlock their entire network for you. See, it's not addition, it is multiplication.
And this visual just shows the difference so perfectly. Linear growth on the left, that's what happens when you just go around collecting business cards, one by one by one. But that compound growth on the right, that's what happens when you truly invest in relationships. The connections start building on each other, and suddenly your growth just goes exponential. Just think about it for a second. Every single quality connection you make is a doorway. It's a doorway to new groups of people, a doorway to insights you would never have stumbled upon on your own, and a doorway to warm introductions that let you bypass the gatekeepers completely. That is compounding in action. So, what's the ultimate payoff? What's the biggest return on this social investment? It's something we can call the Grand Slam. After all that careful cultivation, the lunches, the check-in calls, all the introductions you've made for other people, you're really positioning yourself for one big thing. The Grand Slam. This term, which was popularized by the entrepreneur Alex Hormozi, just perfectly captures the ultimate payoff for all this hard work. So what is it? Exactly. A Grand Slam isn't just another good opportunity. It is a complete game changer. We're talking about that one phone call, that one intro, that one partnership that can literally accelerate your progress by a decade almost overnight. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're a software developer. You've spent years investing in a relationship with a mentor, maybe helping her out on some side projects for free. Then one day, she introduces you to a venture capitalist she's known for 20 years. That VC ends up funding your startup. You see, that one introduction didn't just fall out of the sky. It was the direct result of the trust and value you built up over time. It is the ultimate return on your social capital.
Okay, so let's bring all this back to you. We've talked about the theory, but now let's make this personal.
If you take just one thing away from this whole explainer, please let it be this. The mindset shift from passively networking to actively investing is everything. It's a switch from quantity to quality. It's about giving value first, long before you ever expect to get anything back. So I'll just leave you with this question. Who are you going to add to your portfolio today? Who is that one person you're going to make a meaningful, genuine investment in? Because that single investment, that could be the start of your next Grand Slam.